Hotep, Black Power, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors, and as always, giving honor to my sister, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, all my father, my in-laws, and all my family and comrades that are in the ancestral realm as we speak, and to all you brothers and sisters out there, especially those who are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. I hope y'all had a good time eating your turkey and your hash smokes and everything that you had for the 4th of July, you know. And what I want to talk about today, you know, I'm just gonna forget all about that 4th of July shit. You know, let's get down to some business. Let's talk about 18-year-old Bianca Roberson in Chester, Pennsylvania, who was driving her car, and this motherfucking cracker, David Desper, 28-year-old goddamn right-wing skinhead, Aryan Brotherhood motherfucker, white supremacist piece of shit, Ice 8 motherfucker. You know, they instead of him using proper etiquette and letting the little young baby get over in the middle lane, you know, he went out his way not to give her the right of way. And when she stayed in the middle lane, this motherfucking dog shot that baby in the head, you know, and murdered her, you know. And this is up in Chester, Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth, you know, where another devilish state. Because Commonwealth, all that means is that they're just a state that still upholds the same laws that they did in 1861 when it comes to melanated individuals. In other words, these motherfuckers still think slavery still exists in these 8 Commonwealth states. But however, this motherfucking cracker murders this queen. You know, this sister had a full scholarship to Jacksonville University. You know, she was just going shopping, getting some things, you know, for the fall semester so she can be prepared. You know, and this motherfucking devil who has nothing, you know, has nothing to lose. He's just out here nigger hunting. But this is the fucked up part about the situation, which I've never heard of. They have charged this dog with 3rd-degree murder. From a premeditated, because he planned on shooting and murdering that sister when he was trying to bogart the motherfucking middle lane. That was his intention. That if he didn't get that lane to blow that sister's brains out. And I've never heard of no 3rd-degree murder. What is 3rd-degree murder? And this is what I'm telling y'all about this Commonwealth bullshit. And this is after this motherfucker went on the run. He didn't stay there. He fled the motherfucking scene. This is the shit I'm telling you motherfucking niggas who keep thinking that, you know, it's no motherfucking racism in this country, that the white man is not the goddamn devil. For you goddamn slave-minded motherfucking Negroes. This is another situation in our faces as to what are we gonna do about this one? Not a goddamn thing. You go on TV1, you know, you'll put the parents, have the parents, you know, my condolences, my deepest condolences go out to the parents. And I'm not saying nothing against them because they don't have anybody behind them that's for real about dealing with this motherfucking situation. You know, And I can feel the pain of that father, you know, of his daughter doing all the right things in life and trying to, you know, have faith in this motherfucking American nightmare. And this is what they get. This is what white America gives us. You know, and I'm telling y'all, nothing has changed in this country. I don't know what it's going to take, but I'll tell you this: the response and retaliation level for this system will be at fucking zero. I don't like to put them 3 fingers up. Will be at 0. You niggas are not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to protest the fact that this motherfucker's charged with 3rd-degree murder. You know, you're not going to do any killing. You're not going to, all you're going to do is go on these TV shows and talk about how bad this shit is, and the crackers going to make it seem like this white motherfucker is an isolated incident, that we're all not like that. It's just him. And that's the thing that they do with us. See, if it was the other way around, they would be calling all the black youth animals and predators, like that bitch Hillary Clinton did. But since when it comes to a white motherfucker, you know, it's always a, you know, he's. When it comes to us, it's them. And y'all know this shit. You know this shit, man. But you will not admit it because you are afraid to step forward, you know, and fight for this system. What's wrong with standing up? You stand up for every motherfucking thing else. That's a goddamn shame. That's a tragedy. That is so fucking disheartening for a situation like that to take place. And then these motherfucking crackers gonna say, they're gonna plead with this motherfucker to turn himself in. Plead with him. So they won't have an incident. And if it was one of us, they wouldn't have said none of that shit. The manhunt would have been on by a motherfucker being armed. They would have had a shoot to kill order on a nigga. And y'all know this, and you know it. No exceptions. But since it's a cracker, you want the shit to go peaceful. Don't make no motherfucking sense, man. You know. And my next subject, I'm gonna be discussing, you know, this motherfucking Wendy Williams in a second. I'm gonna let y'all hear an excerpt of Judge Mathis going in on Wendy Williams. And the reason why I'm playing this is because Wendy Williams, well, if it's Wendell or William or Walter, whoever it is, has defamated the characters, and she's paid by, you know, TMZ and these white motherfucking corporate organizations, you know, these white corporations, to defame as many black men as possible on national TV. You know, but she upholds these blonde wig wearing hood rats, and that hood rat mentality with that how you doing and all that bullshit, that ignorant ass shit, you know. But at the same time, she is paid royally by these white Jew executive corporations to defame as many black men as possible. Now, why would you go on Judge Mathis, somebody that's iconic black figure as Judge Mathis, who's not perfect, but at the same time, he demonstrates that a motherfucker can come from, you know, from bitten to the bench. You know, from doing a prison bit to being on the judge's bench with a motherfucking robe on, displaying fair play as much as he possibly can. Now, all the things that he's done in a lot of the cases that has came before him, I felt as though he could have done a better job. But however, he does work in the favor, you know, of you know, black conscious brothers and sisters that are trying to raise their level of consciousness in you know, certain areas. But nevertheless, you know, this hood rat was paid to you know, defame Judge Mathis. So I'm gonna let you hear exactly how Judge Mathis had to retaliate and tear off in her ass.
You and WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff.
Okay,
up
Judge,
here
you
wasn't even alleged.
Okay,
now that's called defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay,
she did not allege that.
All right, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged. It wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged, Judge, in all of your anger.
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not angry.
Okay.
She said that she had an encounter with me where I was getting high,
doing cocaine.
Doing
Brought to you by Classic Throwback TV.
To based on your nasal passages and all these days you're missing at work and going in and out of the bathroom right while I'm here in the studio. As I told you, I've never used
New York City. Are you following me?
Listen, I've never used cocaine in my life.
Okay, well,
never in my
tell
life.
me what else she alleged, Judge.
She also alleged that I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and so, and if you want to believe that ridiculous nonsense, you feel free to. But and you want to keep fueling it when no one else has even asked me about it.
Nobody else keeps it real like
everyone
this.
in the media knows that tabloids print trash, but every week that they pay people to come up with you or anyone in this studio to go to a tabloid and tell them, I want to sell you a story on someone, and they'll buy it.
Right.
And if that's the type of stuff that you fuel on your show,
and
feel free to. But I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
I also got
it. I didn't do it.
I also
and
got
I have nothing to do with it. And I don't know the woman. Never met her. Never used cocaine. Now, let's talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what are those symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep coughing up.
And I did Afrin. And I did Afrin.
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes.
You can't have to come to work because every other week, and now you're even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. Then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure my husband would love that.
Yeah. Oh, he watches? Does he watch when you do it?
Yes. Don't you know?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you were that low down. Lastly, we can continue with what I heard about all those abortions. Like 8? You had 8 abortions? That's what I heard. That's the rumor.
How
now you want to keep fueling that? Did you write about that in your book?
I wrote about abortion in my book.
All 8 of them?
Yes, I wrote. I have an abortion.
So I just wanted to let y'all hear just enough of that where Judge Mathis had to go ahead and cut into her. And I know for a queen to have 8 or more abortions is despicable. Is despicable. That's 8 counts of first-degree murder. Premeditated first-degree murder on infants. Because of the fact that you get out here and you go to these after parties and you lay up with every motherfucking body, and then when you end up pregnant, you don't want to deal with the situation when it's a child involved. So what you do? You go to Planned Parenthood, you go to Margaret Sanger, you go to this motherfucking population control where they're annihilating black people, and you go ahead and murder your fucking babies. 8 or more. There's no way you shouldn't even be a television personality with that type of goddamn record. Plus, you know, fucking with coke and all that bullshit, you know, and being a lesbian. And how can you sit up there and cross your legs and interview or conduct some type of interview with anybody with that type of motherfucking history? It makes no motherfucking sense, man. None. Last, I want to talk about this, Pete's Grill. It's out there in Towson, Maryland. And what I was telling y'all about how nothing has changed in terms of the rules this cracker makes. Now, out here in Pete's Grill in Towson, Maryland, be sure, for you niggas who got white friends, because a lot of y'all do, but be sure to tell them Pete's Grill in Towson, Maryland, they refuse to serve blacks. And this is in Maryland. This is to let you know the system of racism, white supremacy, will back up and stand behind those whites and those white supremacist groups who have the nerve to stand up and take a stand. Now, nothing has been said about this. This place hasn't been raided. Nothing. It was on the thanks to Brother Jerome Tillman, who provided this information. You know, on the news in Baltimore is really nothing said. You know, no action taken, or none of it, because, you know, Pete's Grill is linked to, and Towson, Maryland is basically the Beverly Hills, you know, of Baltimore, of the Baltimore metropolitan area. So they are connected with the mayor and the governor and all these other motherfucking crooked, you know, these motherfucking Guinea and these motherfucking Jewish, you know, kike motherfucking congressmen, mayors, and councilmen, and the governor here in the Baltimore, Maryland vicinity. You know, it's a goddamn shame. But see, if it was a black grill out there that refused whites, Baltimore County Police would have had a fucking SWAT team out there to bulldoze the motherfucking place down. But once again, you know, you motherfuckers are not gonna do anything about it. But if you go 20 minutes down into Baltimore City, y'all killing each other like y'all filming a motherfucking movie for BET. You know. So, but if you mention, oh, let's go out to Towson and tear Pete's Grill down, and you'll come up with 1,000 goddamn excuses not to go. You know, oh, they're gonna have a white man out there, the police and everything be hanging out there, yo, and, you know, a whole, but if a motherfucker tell you go around the corner, cause Buck owed you $10, where you at? Nigga, come on out, you know. And you know, motherfuckers, you know, Pete's Grill in Towson, Maryland should be fucking, you know, bum rush and fuck everybody up that's in there. That's my suggestion. Venus Williams, you know, she won her 7th Grand Slam championship the other day. You know, but she broke down at the press conference. She broke down in tears because of the accident that she got into, where she hit these 2 elderly people. It's a car accident, and the husband passed. You know, and you know, the wife saying that she don't want no money, and, you know, in other words, she's saying she want Venus Williams to do time. She want her head on the plate and all this shit. You know, and this is my suggestion to the elderly white woman. You know, bitch, just take the motherfucking check that she trying to give you and keep it moving. You know, Intravenous Williams, hold your head up. Stop that motherfucking bawling and crying. Because these crackers don't feel sorry for you. Because you took one of them out. So hold your motherfucking head up. You know, at least you ain't like your sister, you know, with you know, she walking around, you know, with a white penis hanging out her ass and mouth. You know, as far as we know, at least you haven't went to that extent. But y'all had, I don't, you know, the fear of crackers been implemented in y'all, and I think it came from your mother. You know, but you know, hold your head up. You know, things are gonna work out for you. You know, you just gotta be able to deal with white supremacy, and we need to stand behind the system. So, you know, that's just what I wanted to bring up for right now. You know, and I'm gonna be coming back to y'all with some, you know, with some more information concerning, you know, the status of the Bianca Roberson situation. You know, that's a tragedy. You know, where this cracker, you know, is tried for just third-degree murder, charged with third-degree murder, not charged with fleeing the scene or none of that. I mean, it's just a lot of shit, man, that we're not making these motherfuckers stand up and be held accountable for. You know, help the Roberson family. You know, that brother can't do it by himself. So, and it, you know, and her mother's, you know, she's just very distraught, tore to pieces. So we need to embrace, you know, Mr. Roberson, you know, and try to, you know, come up with some solutions on how we're gonna go about to ensure that this motherfucker pays for this shit. So, until we meet again, Hotep, Black Power.